Hi everyone, it's August in our summer vegetable garden. Let me take you on a tour to show you what's growing in the garden. In these two pots I have 4 Japanese cucumber plants. Until about 2 weeks ago I had Persian cucumbers in these pots growing at the trellis, and we had really good production, but they were at the end of their life cycle and were pooping out, so I switched them out with these Japanese cucumbers. But before I planted them, I amended the soil in the pots, added worm castings and compost, as well as an organic fertilizer, and then I covered the soil with this shredded cedar bark. And here you can see a cute marker that my daughter made for me when she was small. She actually made several of these for the garden. In these 3 pots, I have bitter melon growing in this plant cage. You can see the flowers, and there is a lot of fruit inside this plant cage. So I have 3 levels of horizontal supports here at the top, and you can see the fruit hanging from the horizontal supports. Here's another level here and another level down here. And here you see some more fruit on the bottom. These are the older ones, so I'm going to go ahead and pick these right now. Here's what I harvested today. We like to have bitter melon as a salad by slicing it thinly, then adding bonita flakes and a little bit of soy sauce to the top. We also like to have it Okinawan style in a dish called Goya Champuru. If you'd like to see how to make that dish, click on the link in the description. In this pot, I have 2 Kabocha Squash plants. I started these from seed, and as you can see, they are being trained up this tomato cage to keep them from sprawling on the ground, and it seems to be working really, really well. This variety of kabocha is called Sweet Mama, so there's my marker there. Started these from seed back in April. The plant got set back a little bit because it wasn't watered deeply while we were on vacation, and it's made a comeback, and there you see a fruit. In these 2 pots I have green onions that I started from cuttings. Behind it is a pot of perilla leaves. Then we have radish and thyme, more perilla leaves. These are bush beans, and they are the Blue Lake variety. Started those a couple of weeks ago, and they are doing nicely. This is a golden zucchini that I picked up at the garden center. Lots of male flowers. I haven't seen any female flowers yet, so hopefully, oh, I do actually see one right there. All right, great. And I have some more Blue Lake bush beans. These I picked up as transplants from the garden center. And it looks like there are flowers here and fruit coming. In this pot I have a Roma tomato. I have this growing in a plant cage. And next to it is a Thai pepper. This has a lot of fruit on it, and they are starting to turn red and ripen. So you see one there on the left. And these are a pretty hot pepper, pretty high up on the Scoville scale. In these 6 pots, I have Shishito peppers. As you can see, there are a lot of fruit on these plants, and we have had amazing production from these plants over the past 5 to 6 weeks. We harvested earlier this week, so they're not quite ready to be picked. This one here is about 1.5 inches long. We like to pick them when they get a little bit longer, and I have an example of one down here that is the size we like to pick. So here's a bigger one. This one is about 2.5 to 3 inches long, and this is the size we like to pick them at. If you like to see how we prepare them, click on the link in the description where I show how we pan fry these delicious shishito peppers. We found some evidence of rats taking the shishito pepper, so I repositioned our ultrasonic critter repeller. This is motion activated, and it sends out a high-pitched sound to drive the rats away. I have a camera here set up to capture them on video, and I placed another critter repeller down on this end. This one works on the same technology. It's motion activated. It flashes blue and red light and sends out a signal to drive away the rats. In these 3 pots, I have new tomato plants. The first one is a sun gold tomato. The second one and third ones are golden momotaro tomatoes. These plants were started from cuttings, so they're clones of the mother plant. Let me show you how I did that. This is the mother plant of the 2 new golden momotaro plants. If I go right up this main leader, you will notice a branch coming off to the side here at this point, going to sun leaves, and a sucker that grows roughly at a 45-degree angle. This can be pinched off to create a whole new plant, essentially a clone of this mother plant. By pinching this off and placing it into soil straight away, or placing it into a jar of water to develop the roots, you can create and propagate a whole new plant from this sucker. I took this cutting from the same golden momotaro plant about 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, the roots are developing nicely. This is ready to be potted up into a new plant. If you'd like to see how to propagate new plants from existing plants, click on the link in the description where I show you how to propagate plants vegetatively. One of the most important parts of a successful vegetable container garden is having a good watering plan in place. Now, this container garden does not have a drip system. I hand water all of these pots at least once a day during the hot summer months. If it cools down a little bit, I might water once every 2 days. In the fall and winter, I will water about twice a week. It's really important to monitor the moisture level in the soil to make sure that your plants are getting enough water. Another important element of a successful container garden is making sure that you feed your plants, especially when they're fruiting. I use this Dr. Earth Homegrown Premium Concentrate, handcrafted blend. It's a concentrate that you mix with water in a watering can. I use rainwater that I've saved from the storms that we had in Southern California during the rainy months, and I apply it to all the containers once a week. So there you have it. This is our August vegetable garden. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, please don't hesitate to email me or to make a comment. I've listed links of videos relating to topics of this garden in the description. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate your support. And as always, thank you so much for watching.